What's going on? Just getting set up. I was encouraged to come back on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on out there? Who got something on their mind in regards to boxing? Anybody? What's going on out there? File into the building. Let's see. I know Adrian Peterson got TKO'd by Le'Veon Bell. I think they set that up pretty good because they actually did it the night before the NFL games coming on. So I know all the games on right now. I mean, some of y'all might not be into football like that. I am into football, but my heart belongs to boxing now. So I'm here. Being told since I don't make contributions to the sport of boxing, I shouldn't have anything to say. Salute, Miss Skip With. Salute. Thanks for your support. As always. Waiting for people to file in. Back with another one. Salute, bro. I see you grinding. I'm gonna be on in like 15 minutes. Keep cooking. Man, I might come over there, man. I might have to chop it up over there, man. What you gonna be cooking on today? Don't say what you gonna be. If it's gonna hurt your show, don't say what you gonna be cooking on. But I love to know what you gonna be cooking on, man. Cause sometimes my perspective, I see things, a certain way, and then it's because it's only a certain people that see it that way. I don't know if I'm crazy or not. Because the sport of boxing, man, if you've been following, you know how brutal the sport of boxing can be. But you about to go on in 15 minutes. I'm about to check you out, man. If you want, you could put your link in there again, man. I don't mind. Put your link in the chat if you know. I'm thinking everybody can get attention. Hey, bro, you more than welcome. I'ma just talk about them so-called fights last night. Too many of those guys was playing boxing for real. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I only got to see the Adrian Peterson one. That's the only one I really caught a glimpse of. But yeah, I think that fight being canceled yesterday was the real reason why I guess boxing was like kind of stale, you know. And I was like, man, that was an opportunity, man. That's why the best gotta start fighting the best. These dudes gotta fight. They gotta find ways to start fighting, man. You know. And shoot, well, I think the fans be fighting more than the damn boxers. I know some people out there that want to put their hands on me for some odd reason. Hope that work out for you though. But yeah, man, you can't play boxing, man. You can't play boxing, man. That's why I'm like, man, you could be in tip top shape, but if you get mismatched, somebody can be in tipper or topper shape than you. Matchroom and Gibbs fought Swaggy P and some other influence, a lot of BS, but this probably won't exist if the best was fighting the best. So I'm with you. Oh, Swaggy P. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, man. You know that's the crazy thing is because everything is about capitalism now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I would love to get the views up and do all that and be monetized and all that. But in some ways, it's actually cool because you know that I'm not doing this for money. But everything is starting to become capitalism, man. That's why we got those fights last night because somebody wanted some bread. If they just really wanted to fight, they can go back behind the woodshed and get it on. But they actually wanted to actually fight and get some notoriety and some attention, and that's what they was able to do. But in the sport of boxing, man, that's a deadly game. Cause all it takes is to get hit in the head the wrong way, and your body to go in shock, or not to have a good reaction, or sometimes people get hit in the head, and it don't be the hit in the head; it be when they fall down and they hit the canvas, or how they hit the canvas. Anytime you see somebody land and they don't have an arm or anything to support them when they fall down, you pretty much know, man. And when you see people fall straight on their face, or you see people fall right and land right on their shoulder, that's bad, man. You can't play boxing. And you get hit in the body wrong, since this is body work, like Mikey Garcia, that fight, that Earl Spence Mikey Garcia fight. I guarantee you Mikey Garcia was pissing blood for the next week. You can't play boxing. And it look a lot easier. You see Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson look like, you know what I'm saying? He look like a stone cold killer. Got caught with a counter right hook. And he looked surprised when he went down. He was like, ew, like somebody shut his video game off for a second. And that's my guy. OG was just on a while ago talking about the canvas and how it feels to get dropped. That canvas harder than what people think. I was wondering because it looked kind of. Sometimes you see some and some of them look bouncier than the others. I'm gonna share this live. I support the real. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm about to come on there and see, man. I'm gonna have to check you out. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to do, man. We actually need to support, man. And I welcome people with different opinions. Again, I welcome people with different opinions. And you control, but you gotta tell the truth. You control, but if it ain't the truth, we either gonna ignore you. We're gonna ignore you if we know it's some BS. We're gonna address it, but once we figure out that it's just some BS and you can't validate what you're saying, that's when you know what I'm saying. We're not really gonna, dive on. I see people whole lives get hijacked, man. Whole lives get hijacked, by that. And people and their agendas and what they really want to do. So I try to be a boxing purist, man. I think it's a lot of good fights to be made in the sport of boxing, man. Sometimes I be reaching for straws as to why they're not happening. And sometimes I think it is the fans. I think when we make these silent agreements and we don't say anything because they say silence is consent, right? That's what they say. So when you don't say nothing, you're consenting to like what's going on. So we have to say something. But a lot of people just be holding on and they be having these opinions. They be having these opinions, but they won't say anything. And they let people ride because they fear the backlash to say, hey man, last week, didn't you say this about Ryan Garcia? And here you are doing it this week about, what I'm saying, for, this fighter. That's what he was saying. Some canvases are harder than others, and some are like sponges. I welcome diversity. You get the best conversation when two people disagree, especially when they logical and people. Yeah, man. Like I said, I learned a lot, man. I was kind of down on Android a little bit before I watched this live the other day, and it's like I still question some of the moves. At the end of the day, he's still a young black brother, man, getting bread in a brutal sport in the hurt business. But I got a different perspective because I was saying, man, he ducked, he ducked. I'm like, yeah, but it's certain things. The different perspective is welcome. You know what I'm saying? Not just some people be putting that shit out there and they don't have anything to back it up, or they just regurgitating what they done heard. And there's a certain couple people that's running boxing, especially the narratives around boxing, because they don't have people don't have enough time to investigate and see what's going on. But they run it, and then you get all these little clones running around. And you gotta feed them, man. You gotta feed them. You know how they don't. You know how some little kids don't like to take their vegetables. You got to feed these clones, man. And boxing facts is like vegetables, man. Some of them they don't like them, man, but they grow to like them, and that way you don't gotta change up. Like you can go all the way back to my videos. This channel been up for like a year, and I got like 350 something subscribers. I could have had a lot more if I took the elevator, but taking the steps. But you can go all the way back to my videos. The quality and everything might not have been the best all the time, but the things that I was actually saying, I don't have to go down and remove nothing. I don't have to go down and take down nothing. Why? Because the same things I was saying back then are the same things I was saying back right now. So boxing is funny, man. Boxing fans, man. Like it's a niche market. They call it a niche market. Boxing is a niche market. Like it's a specialized market. Where everybody, like in football, you got 11 on the offense, 11 on the defense, then you got a whole special teams. You got all them people. So you say one thing about one of them people on the team, like, oh man, that corner got burnt. The team ain't gonna be mad. But when boxers, it's just that one boxer. So you say something about the defense, oh man, you're hating. Like he couldn't beat the jab. That's the truth. Like, but truth is trolling. The truth is trolling now. Sometimes you gotta check them boxing facts too, man. Cause I used to like David Benavidez too, man. And I started looking at the resume and hearing what the fans were saying. I'm like, man, it's not that I don't like the guy, it's just the job make me think that he can walk on water. And I'm like, I looked at his resume. He fought for a vacant. He lost it 2 times, and he was weight bullying. So I'm like, I don't see anything. I'm like, who has he beat? Like really that really show? And I was deemed as a hater, but I'm like, man, like hate. That's why I don't like when people say hate, man. Hate is pretty strong for what's going on in boxing conversations. Ain't that word used too much in boxing conversations? Ain't hate used too much in boxing conversations? I mean, it's a such thing as when keeping it real goes wrong. So yeah, you could be keeping it real, and it could go wrong because people get emotional. Like my man was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? People get emotional, but it's not much hate going on in the sport of boxing for real, for real. It's people that's paying attention. It's people that's doing content as a business, which is cool. You doing it as a business, but don't be mad when somebody pull your card on it. It's just a business, which is cool. Get your bread. Get your bread. But let's be real about the facts. So, anyways, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people be thinking that Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He got a match with Triple G for the third one, and I really believe that this third fight is going to be a testament as to whether or not the decision he made was a good decision, because y'all know that he could have actually fought Jamal Charlo and or a combination of Errol Spencer, David Benavidez, or yeah, it was a combination. I think it was David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo, or a combination of David Benavidez, or Jamal Charlo and Errol Spence. It was a 2-fight deal with PBC with them 3 guys being mentioned, and he chose to go to Bivol Triple G with a third fight, who I'm actually going to reiterate is probably going to be John Ryder. So don't be upset when he come out on this third fight and he fight John Ryder. So he has a lot banking on this fight with Triple G. And Andre Ward came out here recently and he actually said that this was a money fight. He said for Canelo to choose Triple G at this stage in time in his career, and for Triple G to want this fight at this stage in time in Canelo's career, coming off of a loss, this is nothing but a mere money grab. You can go back and look at the videos when I actually I always used to say that Triple G was Canelo's side chick that he could hit whenever he want. It was just basically like, oh, you got a little stash. It's like having a stash of money tucked away somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That nobody knows about. Like, you got the grid corners on it. You know the grid corners. It's a stash. Whenever you need to go grab that bag, you can just go dig that up. You know what I'm saying? Before it's too late, before the rats and stuff get to it and eat it up, you can just go grab that bread whenever you want. And that's what this is. And Andre Ward pretty much said that's what this is. That's what it is. So I think he got a lot riding on this fight. Canelo got a lot riding on this fight with Triple G, man, because he came out, he made the controversial statements about not fighting his fellow countrymen. He just came out and said that. And he about to fight Triple G, who didn't look that good in his last fight. Murata was actually really effective at going to Canelo's body. He was really effective at going to Canelo's body. And if it wasn't for him losing in all those exchanges that they actually had, he actually could have beat Triple G. I think he gassed himself out in some of them exchanges, and he took on some damages when he chose to engage with Triple G, because regardless, they say the last thing that goes is power. And I believe Triple G can still crack. He might not have the endurance, but I think we've seen on numerous occasions now that Canelo tends to gas out. Canelo got a gas tank problem. So I think this is gonna say a lot, especially for the people that's that the people that's on the fence about Canelo and whether he's still at the top, whether he should be number one pound for pound. Everybody have their rules. I just think that fight is going to dictate a lot of things, especially as it relates to the 168 division. And mind you, this is Triple G's first fight at 168 now. So it's also going to go right back in line with a lot of people say that whenever Canelo fights, there's always a little asterisk beside the competition and what they got going on. So in this one, the asterisk will be Triple G's first fight at 168. Is he acclimatized to that weight? Because before it was rehydration clauses and catch weights and short camps. It's always some kind of little stipulation. This stipulation is not much of a stipulation. It's just a new weight class. It was like seeing Tank fight at 140. There's a lot of questions. It could have been a lot of little excuses, built-in excuses when somebody go to a new. Oh well, when he was at a new weight class, that's the out if you lose. But if you win, then it's like it sets the bar at a certain level. So what will happen? Triple G gonna see Canelo up there at 168, and then what happened if he lose? The people are already saying he's done. He's old. He's an old man. He need to hang it up. I'm just concerned about those belts at 160 because Charlo got one, and now Janabek got one, and now Triple G got the other two. So I'm wanting to see what's gonna happen. Don't know. But I'm gonna put it out there that I will be going live more often. I want to have free smoke Sundays. If it don't interfere with what you got going on, I gotta figure out a timeline. Until the channel grow a little bit more as to when. But I am going to be going live, and I'll just be putting free smoke because that's what I got. I got free smoke. Free smoke. I know how to be reasonable. I know how to talk boxing without getting emotional. And I be paying attention to what's going on. So for everybody that actually showed up and came into the chat, I want to appreciate you here at BodyWork Boxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.